Check it. Alright guys, what is up? I got a great video AMC update for you. I'm going to be showing you why we can reach past $1,000, what the similarities are between the Volkswagen squeeze and now. I'm going to be showing you how we can easily beat the all-time high and why we are easily going to surpass the all-time high. And I'm going to back it all up with facts and data. This is not just stuff I'm pulling out of my head. This is backed up with facts, history, data, the charts, technical analysis, and everything else. So let's go ahead and hop right in the video, check out the charts, the data, and see what we have going on. Alright guys, what is up? You're back for another update for AMC, and in this video I'm going to be showing you the Volkswagen short squeeze, the similarities between AMC, why I think AMC could go much higher than the Volkswagen short squeeze, and I'm going to back that up with facts and data. I'm also going to be explaining why this particular move is going to be larger than the previous move, so why this move that we're going to be seeing now is going to be larger than this move. I want to also start off by saying that the Volkswagen short squeeze had hit a new 52-week low before bouncing up. It just absolutely took off pre-market, looks like, and then ripped. So imagine how many people had sold and hold and then sold right here when it was absolutely capitulating to a new low and then run up. We're going to be looking at the charts and the data on the Volkswagen short squeeze, and I'm going to be showing you all the similarities. So guys, I want to start off by saying that this started off right here at a low, okay, and then it slowly ran up, and this was a move that happened over a period of time. This took several years, from 2005 to 2007 to 2008, when it actually squeezed. And the reason why it squeezed is because the market was crashing. I did a great video on this. I'll link it down in the description, but showing you how the market crashing can easily affect or easily make a short squeeze happen. As you guys can see, this happened in 2008, right in the middle when the market was absolutely dumping the most, and I show that on that video. But the point is that the lack of liquidity, margin calls, when the amount of net worth that hedge funds own goes down because they own a lot of these tech stocks and they own the S&P 500, when that starts to go down, they get margin called. So that can cause a short squeeze. The lack of liquidity in the market and these market conditions can cause a short squeeze. All of these things can cause a short squeeze. And if you look at Volkswagen started to run up slightly and then had a huge dump before it ran up. So imagine how many people were holding and then sold. I am not going to be one of those people. It hit a new 52-week low before running up and short squeezing. So, and like I said, this took a period of time. This was not something that just happened overnight. This happened over several years of time. So I want to compare that to AMC's chart and show you guys that we had our run up and we had our low, our 52-week low, and now we are running up into a short squeeze. That is exactly what is happening, maybe on a even larger time frame, but that is what's happening in my opinion. As you guys can see, we had a run up, so this was our run up, then we dumped down, absolutely dumped down, and now we are slowly running up again, and this thing could take off any moment. It doesn't need to be above $8 or $10. People are thinking that it's slowly gonna run up and then squeeze. No, this thing could take off at any moment, and I'm going to show you here with the data why this run up now that we're seeing right now could potentially be much larger than the all-time high very easily. So based off just technical alone, we have the 2-year breakout of the falling wedge. So if you take out the 2-year falling wedge, and if you draw a line from the low to the high, and this is just basic technical analysis, if you draw a line from the low to the high, you get the pole of the falling wedge. So you can use that to figure out where your breakout point is. So you guys can see that we're in the falling wedge. We put it to where our breakout point is, and it takes us to past all-time highs. So just based off technical analysis alone, you guys can see that we can easily reach all-time highs. Now, if you look at the short interest and the cost to borrow, we have much more short interest than we had when we ran up that high. In fact, this is at almost a 2-year all-time high for short interest. 2 weeks ago, it hit 25%, which was an 2-year all-time high for short interest on AMC. We have more reported short interest than ever, and we have more cost to borrow than ever. We also have more FTDs than ever. So if we look at the FTD data, you guys can see that when we ran up last time, we had about 5 million, 4 million FTDs total at the peak of the run up. Mainly, if you look after we ran up, we did have about 5 million, 5 million.1 FTDs. But if you look at the current data right now, we have almost 7 million, 7.5 million FTDs. This is the FTDs in chart form. The white bars are the FTDs, and then AMC's price is marked in yellow. And as you guys can see, we have about 7.5 million FTDs, way more FTDs than last time, meaning the pressure is building up, the naked shorting is happening, and the subsequential run that's going to come after this is going to be much larger than the run up to 72 or 44. It's marked 44 because of the reverse split or the stock split that happened, but I'm not going to argue about that. It did hit 72, and now charts are saying 44 if you look at TradingView and all of those things. So anyways, we will get past all-time highs is what I'm saying. It could easily happen. This is not just something I'm pulling out of my head. This is backed up by facts and data. And if we look at the Volkswagen short squeeze, it went to about $1,000 US. Okay, so it's marked in euros right here, but it went to about $1,000 US. We could easily surpass that because Volkswagen only had about 13 to 14% short interest. We have 24% short interest. Okay, we have more FTDs, more data. We are on the threshold security list for much longer. I don't even think Volkswagen was on the threshold security list. I don't have that data, so I cannot tell you, but AMC used to pop on and off the threshold security list, and now it is staying on it. And if you guys remember, GME was on the threshold security list for 39 days when it went to $500. This thing is a ticking time bomb. It can squeeze at any second. It doesn't matter what price we're at. The price action is not real. They are manipulating the price. They are trying to make you sell. They are trying to make you mad. They are trying to do everything they can to make you sell, and you guys are literally letting them let that happen when you get all emotional about this play. You have to just look at the facts and the data and what it is telling us, and it's telling us that a massive short squeeze is on the horizon. This thing could easily break past all-time highs. It could easily break past $1,000, which was proven in history from the Volkswagen short squeeze. And if you look at the Volkswagen short squeeze, it hit a new low before running up to the all-time high before it even squeezed. So you literally have to be prepared for anything and just diamond hand this thing to the end. I know it sounds ridiculous. I know that it's not the smartest way to trade stocks and stuff like that. But when it comes to a short squeeze play as volatile as this one, there is no way to know when this thing could take off. Imagine holding for all those years from like 2005, 2006, 2007. Remember, imagine, because this was a several years move. If you look at the time period right here, it shows you a several year move. And this is when about a year move, 2-year move. And if you guys see, imagine holding all that time, holding. And then it just starts dumping over a couple months and just dumping. And imagine selling, and then it runs up shortly after. Imagine how you would feel if you sold your AMC shares and then a week later it moassed. Just imagine. Imagine how you would feel. That is not going to be me. So that is why I'm holding this thing until zero or till moass. That is the mentality you got to have, because they are going to do everything to psychologically psych you out, drop the price, run it up, do different things to try to make you sell, get you discouraged, get you tired of the play, and make you want to sell. And that is what is going to happen. And then you'll sell, and then it could just run up the next day. That is literally what could happen. So that is basically the video, guys. I just wanted to point out, the differences and the similarities between the Volkswagen short squeeze. I wanted to point out that the lack of liquidity, the fact that interest rates are much higher now, this is why shorts will cover. They used to be able to borrow money at 0%. They could borrow it at negative interest rates. They could basically borrow infinite money. And that is why they didn't have to cover when it ran up last time to all-time highs, but they will have to cover now because of the interest rates, because of the lack of liquidity. Also, the market wasn't crashing. happening last time it ran up. There was many different reasons why they didn't have to cover then and they will have to cover now. Banks are literally starting to fail. Basics is literally in motion, and this is what is happening. And that is just what I believe off of the data and technical analysis and the research and the due diligence that I have done. So guys, basically that is the video. Hopefully you found it informative. I know I did. If you did, go ahead and drop a like, subscribe for more content like this, and as always, have fun, stay safe, make money. Peace out. All right, guys, that was the video. Thank you for watching till the end. I truly appreciate everyone who watches till the end. And remember, apes, they are going to do everything they can to shake your mindset to try to make you sell this play. Remember, Volkswagen dropped to a new 52-week low before running up. You do not want to be the ape that sells right before this thing runs up. So keep your mindset strong, focus on the data, and remember, the facts are all that matters. As always, have fun, stay safe, make money. Peace out.